Welcome back to the channel, I'm sorry, I'm just going to do this video very quickly. I've not done football for a while, but I wanted to weigh in on this new Super League thing. As you can see by the title of this video, I'm not very happy about it, and I think that me, you, and everybody else should boycott this Super League. And I'll tell you why. I'm a Man United fan. So I'm someone whose club is going to benefit from this. But it's still a load of shit. I don't care. You can't spin it to me any other way. Like, you're trying to make football even more all about money than it already is. Like, if you think about it, the Champions League is already... The clubs that play in the Champions League already have a monopoly on who gets the best players. So they have a monopoly on that. And obviously that's not certain because you have to finish in the top 4 to get Champions League. But these 15 clubs, they should be fucking ashamed of themselves. Because they don't even have to qualify for this. It's just by virtue of being founding clubs. And then there's only 5 spots from other teams from, like, all the other leagues around Europe for this fucking league, Super League competition. Like, it's a joke. And we can't... Football has always been about money to a degree. Like, at the end of the day, it's a sport, but it's still entertainment. People pay to be entertained by football. But we can't allow this to be a thing. We can't allow it as fans. The reason why I say this is because think about the way that it's going to go. The Champions League is stale, and it's been stale for years, so much so that UEFA wanted to redo it. To be honest, Real Madrid killed off the Champions League when they won it 3 years in a row, and they were getting piss easy draws every year. So that was something that, you know, that's ruined it even further, but it was already a stale-ass competition. So now they're bringing into play the Euro Super League, but UEFA actually said last year that they were looking at revamping the Champions League structure. So it's not as if these clubs trying to create a solution, they're just using that as an opportunity to basically monopolise the market. Like, if you think of the actual outcome that's going to happen here. So the Super League goes on for a couple of years. Say everyone likes the format, everyone's really interested in it, whatever, right? Because it's a group stage and it's, you know, it's a big load of groups. So there's 20 teams in total. They both go into 2 groups of 10. So it's a totally different format to everything else. But at the same time, it's like all the teams that are in that competition are going to be able to attract the best players. So ultimately, every player's goal is going to be to play for one of those 15 teams. And why wouldn't it be? Those teams can pay more. They're going to be playing at the highest level, because if you abolish the Champions League in favour of this shit, right? You abolish the Champions League in favour of this new competition, all those clubs are going to be getting more money than everyone else. They've already got the most money. Like, if you look at most of those teams, they're all big clubs. Like, rich clubs, really. But some of them have fucking fell off. Like, you look at AC Milan. Of course they're going to be up for this. They haven't been a top side for fucking years. And then it's the same thing with, you know, it's the same thing with Arsenal. Like, of course they want this. Because then they get to play in the best European competition in football. And obviously it's not looking like that now, but it is going to be that in a few years. This is supposed to rival the Champions League. So basically in a few years it's going to supersede the Champions League. And it's a cowardly move by these clubs. They don't want to have to compete for top 4 every year. It's the same thing with Man United. It's no different. We're in and out of the top 4 like a fucking yo-yo at the moment. So yeah, of course Man United are going to want it. But I, for one, I'm going to tell you now, I'm not going to be watching that shit. Because it just goes against the whole ethos of football. Like, and obviously I know that I support a club that's richer than all the other clubs, so I'm not in the best position to talk about this. But like the Leicesters and the West Hams of this year, like, what chance do they have then? They've got to compete against all these other teams to get into Europe, and it's just not right. Like, if they finish in the top 4 in the Premier League, they should deserve to be in the highest level European competition. Like, that's always been the way football is. If you do well in your domestic competition, you get to play in Europe. Like, that is the fairest way for it to be. Right? So I'm telling you now, guys, boycott this. No one watch this, because it's going to kill our fucking sport. It's going to kill it. And I can't, you know, it's interesting that I'm saying this as a United fan, but I think all teams should have a chance. Like, I know from supporting United since 1993, you know, most of the time we've been at the top, but there's been times in the last few years we've been up, down, up, down, up, down. And it's good to have hope when we're down. Like, it's good when you get a new signing and then you hope to win things. Where's all that hope going to be for the Leicesters and the West Hams and the Evertons? And, you know, if you're going to Spain, like the Sevilles and the Valencias, like, there's not going to be hope for those sort of sides. So it's taking away from the competitive architecture of football. Like, you should have to play well to play in the best competition, rather than AC Milan fucking finishing mid-table in Serie A nearly every season. And it's like, oh no, well, that doesn't matter. You're in Europe every single year, so you're going to have the money to buy the players that you want. So that's the message, guys. The rant is now over. But as I say, do not watch the Super League. Watch the Champions League. Let's fuck this off. Let's make sure it makes no profit, because it does not deserve to.